Hello, everyone. I have the great and wonderful Tara Dominguez on today, and we're going to be talking about the next evolution of COVID testing and really testing in general for your pharmacy. So we've actually talked with her before, and if you didn't listen to that first one, I highly recommend you go back and really dive into all the various COVID testing. But Tara actually commented on a Facebook post the other day about how she is evolving her COVID testing. So I wanted to bring her on. I think it's a great opportunity for all of the pharmacy owners out there. So Tara, really quick, for someone who may not know who you are, let's give us a little brief background of what you're doing up there in Oklahoma.
Yes, hi, I'm Dr. Tara Dominguez. I own TD Pharmacy Services in Oklahoma City. We are a non-dispensing, closed-door, concierge service pharmacy. So we do COVID testing, we do RegenCove, we work with physicians. We kind of do a little bit of it all.
Yes, you're very forefront. I love your commitment to clinical services. And what you do as a full-time job is what I recommend to a lot of pharmacy owners to like add on additional revenue streams. And so it's really great to have experts like you that are like figuring all this stuff out and all the details. And then us pharmacy owners kind of get to ride on your coattails. So I appreciate you sharing this. So you are kind of evolving COVID testing. This is 2021 now. The world is not shut down quite as much as it was. We all know as pharmacists that flu was virtually non-existent last year. Many of us had expired Tamiflu on our shelves and never dispensed a single one. I don't think that's going to be the case this year with the world opening. International travel, domestic travel is wide open. I think we are going to have a flu season this year. So it's like, I think the conundrum comes into, well, if a patient has certain symptoms, it could be symptoms for, flu, COVID, strep, RSV, like name your pick. And so what are you doing in your practice in terms from a testing standpoint to better serve your community?
Yes, so I think it was August 31st, the CDC released guidance saying that you no longer can do COVID PCR alone after the first of the year. So we knew we had to do something to change. And I know there's a lot of pharmacy owners out there that follow you, Lisa, that are actually using Accula. And I love Accula. Accula is great. We have 2 docs ourselves. And of course, that's COVID alone PCR. And I haven't heard a word from Accula about what they are going to do going forward. Are you going to add the flu that the CDC recommends? Are we like coming up to this deadline and everything is, obsolete? So back in the summer, I started exploring options. Me coming from a health system, I knew exactly what they were using, which was Cepheid. And I love the Cepheid analyzers. I love the sensitivity and specificity on that. So I went through and I talked to a lot of reps, and I found that the Cepheid analyzer was definitely the way I wanted to go. So they had a one that has COVID, flu A, flu B, and RSV all in one anterior nair. It literally has to go 1 centimeter up into the nose. Like, I can't even describe how small that is. It's like, it's like this small. It's amazing. So it's perfect for, for children and for adults alike, because no one likes the nasal pharyngeal. Let's just be honest. No one likes doing it. No one likes having it done. So we've really pushed for everything to have such high sensitivity and specificity that we can do it in anterior nair. The great thing too about the Cepheid analyzer is you can run strep on it as well for PCR. So if someone was interested in doing that, you can run flu and RSV, and it's a 4 doc, and you can run every doc at whatever time you wanted to. So just because you have like one kit in one, you can run the other one. So I fell in love with it. I worked with McKesson, was the company I ultimately worked with to get it into my pharmacy. The price point, some people, I know what they're paying for Accula, and they're probably would be paying similar or less for Cepheid, which is awesome. And the great thing too about Cepheid is that on the actual screen, it tells you the results. So you don't even have to like look at it and like try to read the line. Like I hold it in the light, like, I think this is a positive. Is it positive? I don't know. On the screen itself, it tells you everything, like what's positive, what's negative. So that's what we're introducing into our practice. And the great thing too about it is that your samples are good for 24 hours at room temperature, which hardly anyone can say that their samples are good for 24 hours at room temperature.
Yeah, that is amazing. It really does sound like a dream machine. I'm definitely going to be looking into it. We're not with McKesson anymore. We actually just switched, but I'm sure all of the major wholesalers. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of legwork at how to get this. What are you charging? I know you do a lot of employers and other things, but what is the cash price point that you're seeing for something that's an all-in-one test? Are you raising the prices because you are getting more results? Or are you sticking around the same as the COVID? What's that kind of direction that you're looking at?
So we're trying to, that was another reason why we chose Cepheid, because the price point was so good that we will not have to raise our prices much. So we're only raising $10. So we're going with one from 169 to 179 for the Cepheid. Of course, if the test kits increase in price as, the winter wanes on, we'll of course increase our prices comparatively. But the great thing about this is that we can be mobile. We literally can go to someone's house and test them and then bring it back. So we are going to be rolling out that service with our Cepheid and charging a fee to be mobile across the metro, the Oklahoma City metro, which I think people are going to be really excited about, especially as it gets cold. And like you said yesterday, it was windy down in Texas. It was windy in Oklahoma. No one wanted to get out. So, it's just adding that little extra touch point. I mean, there's so many pharmacies that are already delivering medications to people's homes. You just set yourself up for mobile clinic, and there you go. You're on your way.
I know that's amazing. I see so many possibilities with this. If somebody is sick and they want to rule out things, I mean, even just my son this morning said, Mom, I have a bump in my mouth. And I said, okay, let me look. And I was like, okay, I see one bump. Mom's not going to freak out with one bump. But if you come home from school with more bumps, like, we're taking you to the doctor because we're going to have to rule out, all these kinds of things. And, obviously now with COVID in the mix, there's just heightened awareness about sick people. So I think it's really important that they get the test everything. And especially with the kiddos, that little 1 centimeter, like you said, is so much better than all the way back. And they're going to be much more compliant. But I think this is a big opportunity for pharmacies. You guys are at the forefront. You could be testing. If you didn't get into the test or you weren't sure about the testing, I think now's the time, because with these machines, with all 4 testing and the different, even adding on strep and adding on some of the other things, I think it's just a great opportunity. Cash-based revenue. People want this. And you really get to position yourself in the pharmacy. So, well, thank you so much, Tara, for bringing this to us and telling us about your experience with Cepheid. It really does sound like a great machine. Hats off to you for everything that you're doing in Oklahoma City. If you need testing in New York, Oklahoma, reach out to Tara. What's your contact information, my dear?
Yes. So you can find me at www.td.care. I shortened. And my phone number is 405-805-6191. And I am available almost 7 days a week. So if you need me, reach out.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day and a good weekend.
Thanks, Lisa.